Hey there, party people. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Let's Play. It's me, Dandolf, and today we are starting in the Nether because we need to do some resource gathering. If we want to do those fancy trees that we made, we're going to need a lot of the ancient debris. So I'm here in the Nether, and I kind of wanted to show you how I do the ancient debris mining. I know a lot of people have showed how to do this, but in case you haven't seen it, basically this is what I do. You take a long tunnel and you go straight down just with a 1x2, basically until you feel comfortable with how far you've gone. There's not really a method or a determination that I use to decide how far to go down the tunnel, but basically you just keep going until you feel comfortable. Once you think you've gone far enough, you go ahead and place down some TNT, and you want to do that about every other block. So I'm going to go ahead and dig out this tunnel a little bit. I'll probably speed up the process, and then I'll bring you back in once I am starting to place the TNT. Alright, so I arbitrarily feel like this is a good enough distance. What I'm going to do is grab my TNT here on my hotbar. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want one just about every other block here. So I'm going to just go ahead and try and do that, but if I mess it up, it doesn't really matter because it'll still do the chain explosion here. So I'm going to keep doing this all the way down through the entire tunnel. So I will meet you back once we are at the front of the tunnel here. Okay, so now we are at the end of the tunnel, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and clear a few of these out so it has space and it doesn't blow my face off here. And in case you were curious, I am at Y13. There are a bunch of... The most common place for the ancient debris to spawn is 15, but this is going to blow up a few blocks above the TNT here, so it should give us, maximum TNT possible with as little lava flow from the ceiling as we can get here. So that's the goal, that's the hope. But basically now we blast an entire hole throughout the nether here, and then we just go through the hole and we look for ancient debris in the walls and in the ceiling. Alright guys, so we have reached the end of our first tunnel here, and we have picked up a total of 27 ancient debris. That's great for one tunnel, so what I do now is I'm just going to run back to the front of it at a fairly quick pace, and just, double check as I'm running to make sure I try and, didn't miss any. It's a little tough at speed, but, we got 27 out of this tunnel. That's pretty good. So I'm going to keep doing this multiple times, and I will come back in the end and let you know how much ancient debris I ended up picking up today. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, party people, we are back, and while we are gathering those materials we need for the magical district, I have kind of gone crazy over in the games district, and I wanted to bring in and kind of show you what I've been working on. So let me kind of look down here. So what we're doing is we are working on a dropper game. I figure, blasting a huge hole in the ground isn't the most interesting content, so I wanted to kind of show you, look, a huge hole all the way down to bedrock. Look how cool. I just think that's a little bit more fun. We are also building a rectangular room. This will be multiple droppers. Our first one is going to be kind of small. It's going to be a 7x7 room, so we can kind of learn the ropes of the dropping. And then I will use the rest of this space and build up the rest of this, and we will have multiple different levels of a dropper game. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But we've got a big, huge hole dug out here. This took probably 2 hours, 3 hours since I had all the TNT ready. And then, yeah, basically just going up here, building up to build limit. Going to do that over and over again until I have this whole building flushed out. And then we'll go ahead and put in some obstacles and start playing with the dropping funness. So I'm going to keep doing this, and I will check back in with you guys in just a few minutes once I have the rest of this built out. See you guys in a bit. Hey there, party people. We are back, and I wanted to check in because we've made some definite progress on this project. But also, while we fly up to the top here, I kind of lost the audio for this recording. I learned something new is even if your volume is muted, if there's a video running in the background, the recording software picks it up. So I just need to make sure to stop all videos that I'm watching in the background so it doesn't pick up any audio. But it was muted, but I still lost it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and take off all my gear, and I'm going to put it into my chest here, and then I'm going to reset my spawn here, and then let's give this game a first shot here. Yeah, there we go. I think this is looking good, and I think it's kind of easy enough for a first level. And to make sure it is fairly easy, we want to make sure it's repeatable. So unfortunately, I don't have anything quite set up yet for how to actually get out. So the trick right now is just hop into some lava and you'll pop back up to the top of the respawn point. So let's give this another run. Let's make sure that it is actually as easy as it seemed. It did take a couple of, you can die, I did build it. I do know exactly where all the platforms are, so that does help. But it is fairly easy. Once you do it once or twice, you do get the hang of it, and it does come a lot easier. So let's go ahead and pop back up to the top here. So I am working on the second level, which probably will have smaller holes than the first level, but probably keep them spaced out the same. But I've been building that up. I have to get a bunch more glowstone. It is a big struggle trying to get all of the glowstone for this because it takes about 4 stacks to build all the way up each one. And we're accidentally going to fall down here and go ahead and run it again. And then there you go. You can see that, if you're not paying full attention, it can get you. So let me go ahead and grab all my stuff. And it's at this point that I'm realizing that my gear is not in this chest. So I'm not sure what I did with it. And this is why it kind of stinks that I lost the audio for this, because it was really, really a funny situation. But I'm looking down the hole. I'm trying to see, is my gear down there? Let me try and get down. Let me check my gear box. Did I put it away in here just to be safe? I don't remember, but let me see. Let me grab some spare wings. Let me go ahead and try and see if I can salvage my gear. That's kind of my thought process right now. Let me see what I can do. Let me salvage my gear. And I'm not really paying attention. I splat and I die again, losing all my stuff there. So I put on yet another set of wings here and then try again. It was a really rough day for me. So I put these wings on here, and then I realized, okay, let me just go slowly, right? Let me go platform by platform and see if I can get my stuff. Okay, cool. And then we keep going down. Try and go as safely as we can, but I'm losing a little bit of health because it's hard to land in these small quarters here. So I just try and be a little bit extra careful here. I'm trying to go as slow as possible, and I start to see some of my stuff. And I'm like, thank goodness. Oh, I'm so glad I found this stuff. I still don't know where my gear is, but at least I didn't lose all the extra stuff that I brought down with me so that I could save my gear. So I go all the way down to the bottom here, keep looking for a few extra things. It looks like there's stuff at the bottom. Let me just fall right in here, but I don't trust it, so I'm just going to go and slowly go down here. All right, cool. So I got my stuff. I'm ready to go. Let's hop in the lava and burn and die with all of my stuff again. So at this point, I realize what I've done, and it's time to rage quit. I just can't anymore. See you in a minute. All right, party people, we are back after that mega derp session that we had after I rage quit, and I am back. And look, we have made a second tower. So what we're going to do is we're going to, together, we're going to go ahead and put in the, all of the platforms here, so we can go ahead and try and test out this second game. And I will make sure when I'm testing out the game again that I take off all of my armor. That might actually help. Seems like a good thing. What did I just pick up? An egg. How is there an egg down here? Anyways, so let's go ahead and take a look at this. I'm gonna hop back into the second one, and it's just a straight platform up here. So we're gonna kind of copy the design that we did on the first one, if I can get over there. Which is every 50 blocks is where I put a platform. But this time what we're going to do, as opposed to a 3x3 hole, we're going to do a 2x2 hole. So let's go ahead and get back in here, and I'll go ahead and just scaffolding all the way up to the top here. It'll take just a second because this thing's a little bit tall. Alright, so let's hope that that was enough. So we need to get to Y level 200 for our first platform. So we're going to go ahead and take 5 minutes and scaffold up here. I'll see you when we get to the top. All right, getting close. 197. I am 3 scaffolding short, so let's just cheese it a little bit here. Okay, now we are at Y level 200. Let's go ahead and get our white and our green glass in here and start filling out this layer. So we drop down straight from the center on the other one. I think we should probably drop down from the corner on this one. So we'll go ahead and put our first one probably right here, because this is level 2. It's supposed to get a little bit harder here, so I want to make sure that even on the first one you're going to have to move a little bit. Okay, now that we've got that, we'll fill in the rest of this with the white. Okay, so we've got that filled in. Let's go ahead and break these couple of blocks here so we can put the last one in, and we'll go ahead and drop down to Y level 150 now. $150. All right, cool. So we're going to do the same thing here. At Y level 150, we're going to put our white blocks here, and we're going to make the player have to move. I'm thinking far over to that corner is where we want to go. As far into that corner as we can get the green blocks here. So we definitely want to have them here and here, which will put it here and here. And then once we get this in, of course, we're going to do a couple test runs. I will make sure to take my armor off, say it again multiple times so I don't forget, because I did lose all of that gear. As you can see, none of my stuff is named anymore. I did lose all of that armor. I couldn't find most of it. I found my sword and my pickaxe and my axe, and that was all I found. I couldn't find my helmet, my actual armor. My elytra must have burned up in the fire. So, you know, it is what it is. I have spares of everything, but I would like to re-enchant my gear because this stuff isn't maximum here. You can see, like, I don't even have, I have blast protection on my pants there, and, you know, not everything's fully maxed out, so I'll have to do another enchanting session to be able to get, you know, my gear back, but that's perfectly fine. So now we're going to drop back down again to Y level 100. And then what I'm thinking for the next layer is going to be, we will keep it at a 2x2, but we'll probably do something like every 40 holes it's going, or every 40 levels it's going to have another hole there. So I think that's what we're going to do. So I think we kind of want to center this one exactly in the middle as much as possible, because that'll be a fairly difficult maneuver to make. Yeah, on the next one to make level 3, I think, yeah, it's, you know, every 40 blocks to make it to where you have to, you know, get to them a little bit faster, and then we'll play around with the size of the holes and everything on that. So let me go ahead and keep doing this. I keep misplacing these glass blocks. I'm having some trouble today. Okay, so let's get rid of these actually, because that's not going to be able to go there. So we want I don't think a 2x2 hole is going to work very well in the direct center. So let's just kind of make a guess here. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. That's center-ish. Okay, so then that'll be the next hole they have to go to. And then, let's see, they've gone from there to that side to here. Let's make them go back to that corner, I think. So let's drop down a couple, do that, and let's drop all the way down to 50 for our last obstacle here. Okay, we are at 50 now, and we will go ahead and place in all of this, and we wanted to make it in this corner here, so let me go ahead and get that and these two, because that's as close to the corner as we can get. Of course, I'm short like 3 glass here. Okay, well, I will go ahead and get that glass. I'll fill this in, and I will meet you guys back here, and we will do some testing. See you guys in a few seconds. Alright guys, we are back, and I've put in that last layer and removed all the scaffolding. So if you have any question on how big this thing is, let's take a flight real quick. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rockets it takes to get from the bottom all the way to the top of this thing. So yeah, it's a little bit gigantic. So let's go ahead and put the floor in on this one like we have on the other side. In the end, I will duplicate all of the things that you see on these just to be sure. So there's going to be like an entrance room here, and then what I'm going to do is build water vaders. That's why I left a 1 block gap in between these. So once you fall through that one, you'll be able to go through the water vader and go up to the top of this one, click a new bed, reset your new spawn point, and then you will be able to, you know, save your progress, basically. So that's kind of the idea behind that. And then I'll have to make emergency exits and stuff in case people are tired and don't want to continue playing, that sort of thing. So yeah, let me actually take off my armor, set my spawn, and put everything in my inventory into this chest here. Let me make sure I do it right this time, because I don't want to lose another set of wings. I don't want to lose another set of gear. I do not have another backup set, so that would be bad. So yeah, everything is off of our body. Everything is in our chest. Double checking that we've set our spawn point. We have. Perfect. And let's see. So we can see that that's the first one there. Let's go ahead and see if we can make this here. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Run through the first one again just to see the difficulty difference here, because yeah, this one's pretty easy, and the other one might be a step, you know, too big of a step up in difficulty. Okay. Oh, I was so close that time. Oh, that last one is not going to be doable. Yeah, I think it's too big of a step up in difficulty. So I think what we'll do is we will come back in here, and I think this is good difficulty for level 3, but we definitely need to make some panes and make that hole a little bit larger for step number 2. So I'm going to grab all my stuff back here, and I will meet you back once we are in place and ready to adjust those platforms. See you in a sec. Alright, we are back at this first platform, and I'm thinking it should be as simple as just taking these green ones out, and I'll pick all those up when I go back down, and putting panes instead of... And I think what I need to do also is remove the corners and make those green blocks. And I think that will make the gap just that much easier to fit through to make a level 2 a little bit more feasible. So I'm going to do that to all of the rest of the layers, and I will meet you back and we will test run this again. See you in a second. Alright guys, we are back and I have made the adjustments, so let's go ahead and fly back up here. Oh, that was bad. Let's fly back up here, and let's give this another shot now that we have the 2.5 block hole in place, I guess is the right way to right way to put it. So let me get all of this, put it into here, gear off, click the bed. Oh, oops. Well, that's one way to do it. Anyways. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I think that's going to be much easier here. So I think this is a much better size for a level 2. So let's give this a couple tries, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to make it now. Okay, perfect. And up. Oh, yeah, so that adds a lot of difficulty on that last one, which I think is great because as we're going up in difficulty, we do want it to get harder. Ooh, I was trying to cut the corner too close. Okay, let's see. Left, back a little, and up. Nice. All right, awesome. Level 2, I think, is good to go. So what I need to do is flatten out this land over here, get rid of a lot of this lava. There is a big pool here. This goes very far under, and I think that's why I couldn't find my gear. I came back with a fire resistance potion and swam around under this lava, and this pool is all of this underneath us, basically. So I'm going to have to get a bunch of sand in here, and I'm going to remove all of this lava so I can clear out space for level 3 here. So yeah, I do need to use this lava, though. So yeah, our death count has definitely increased in the past days, which is perfectly fine. But I will see you guys in just a few minutes. See you in a second. All right, party people, I think we are going to go ahead and call it for the day. We made these 2 epic levels in this dropper mini game. So hopefully you enjoyed the episode. And my name is Dandolph. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, party people.